switched up, I just changed lanes. I be with them niggas getting money and with niggas who gangbang. You niggas too frilly, you too strange. Cop some better work, hit the block, save up, get a new chain. I see my uncle hop in a new range. He taught me how to rap, bubble pack, now I got me some new flavor. I know y'all niggas thought that y'all had me, but the glick in the stash, she tried me. Get popped like acne, we got buttons on the back of them ratchets. Two turn can't relax me, rock designer, bitch, ain't none of us tacky. Ain't have nothing but some noodles in the crib. On that demon time, I move crucial with my blick. Baby, I'm a blood, but I be grooving with my sig. I be getting paranoid, bitch, don't be moving through my crib. No, it's RMSG, and I started this shit with Miz. Vamping in the jacks, they know I did this shit with shiz. We really put that bat on ass. We don't talk about them kids. They know I'm from the trenches, so it is what it is. Yeah.
I'm not happy. I'm just gonna start off by saying I'm not happy. It's your boy Norbs, and this is the 10A podcast. I told you I'll be on Monday through Friday, 12 o'clock, sometimes 12:30. It happens. Now, let's get to what everybody's talking about right now. Arms uncrossed. Google Life, what up? Oh my God, it's going to be Berlanga and going. Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get into that right away. I'm watching the Berlanga fight Saturday against the guy at the Irish bar, McCrory, right? On Saturday, and watching the fight, and I'm just like, they've been trying to blow up Berlanga and make him a name in the sport, which he's a little popular, but he's just not a very good fighter. In fact, Max Kellerman had came out and did a blog before he disappeared, and was like, he called Berlanga pretty much the worst fighter at 168, and he could not beat. Well, I'm not even calling him the worst fighter at 168, but he said he couldn't beat any of the names at 168. Right? Whatever, which I completely agree with. So I'm watching the fight on Saturday, right? Berlanga eventually knocks this guy out. Whatever. 18-year-old, 35 years old. We don't know what it is. They're setting him up. It's one of those fights to make this guy look big, to possibly get enough energy for the non-casual fans to get excited for a Canelo fight. So I'm thinking in my head, there's no way Canelo Alvarez takes this fight. Like, there's no way. There's no way that I would be willing to even watch this fight, right? The fight ends. Sergio Mora. I'm not even going to shout Sergio Mora, right? Sergio Mora comes up there and starts talking up. He's basically talking up Edgar Berlanga. But the way he's talking him up, it was kind of like, what? And I'm like, oh my God, no, please don't tell me that they're trying to make this acceptable for Canelo to fight Edgar Berlanga, okay? And I'm watching this, and I'm like, he pulls up the four people that are supposedly could fight him on May 4th. It was Mungia, Crawford, like a really bad picture of Crawford too. Mungia, Crawford, Jermell Charlo, and Edgar Berlanga. Pulls that up and proceeds to spew some of the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And when I'm listening to this, and I respect Sergio Mora, I truly do as a fighter, and it almost seemed as if, and I know it actually seemed as if he was told to say this. Even Eddie Hearn after the fight was hyping up a Canelo fight versus Berlanga, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, are you guys serious? Are you guys serious? Goes as far to say, and this is when I knew the Jermell Charlo fight was completely off the table. He says, out of these four guys, right, I believe Edgar Berlanga has the best chance to beat Canelo Alvarez. That's the moment that I knew. That moment right there is when I knew that it's a strong possibility that Berlanga is going to fight Canelo, and they're trying to ass bet and get these individuals hype, people that don't watch boxing, to see a terrible fight. In fact, they used the Puerto Rican pride versus the Mexicans. First of all, we traded Berlanga a long time ago for Canelo. We traded. Canelo is now Puerto Rican. We traded him, and now Canelo Alvarez is Puerto Rican, and Edgar Berlanga is Mexican. Okay, we made the trade. I was very excited that they made it. I could not believe that Sergio Mora sold his soul in that moment. In fact, I don't know the guy's name, but every time he's always against everybody. I forgot his name. The white dude is looking at him like, what? What? Osama the Great, you my guy, Osama. Okay? You my guy, Osama. But the trade, you can't, there's no trade backs. Edgar Berlanga is Mexican, okay? We took Canelo. Canelo is now Puerto Rican. He's been traded. This happened over a couple years ago. I have witnesses. My brother Gerald McCoy will tell you the trade went down. He was there. In fact, May 4th, when I go to the fight, I'm going to have a T-shirt on, a Canelo shirt, and on the back of the T-shirt is Canelo is Puerto Rican. He's not Mexican. He's Puerto Rican. We traded him. Berlanga is the Mexican fighter. Okay? Now, I'm hearing people hit me up. It don't happen. The trade happened. Edgar Berlanga is no longer Puerto Rican. Canelo Alvarez is the new Puerto Rican star, and Batista. Okay, we love Batista. Okay, we love Batista and Canelo Alvarez. So I wake up today, and I knew it. I knew it the entire weekend. I'm sitting there, and I'm like, bro, if this gets pitched, I'm gonna be so upset. And I knew it. Eddie Hearn's like a possible. Oh my God, Berlanga looks so amazing against McCrory. I met McCrory. He was working at an Irish bar. He was beating guys up after the club. He was 18-0, and we put him against him. It was an incredible fight. Come on, guys. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can tell just by the commentary, and I'm not going to put any names of any professional commentators that I know. And they told me that a lot of times the narrative is pushed. They tell you to push this narrative. Look, you got to push this narrative. This is the narrative for you to push, that we want to see that this guy's amazing and this fight got to happen. Nobody wants to see this goddamn fight. And not to mention, I'd rather see Jamal Charlo, whatever his name is. I'm not sure which name it is with the twins, but I'd rather see him fight Canelo, not Edgar Berlanga. And I got to wake up to this. And you know, people are like, oh, it's either Berlanga or Mungia. He's not going to fight Mungia May 4th. He's and this is, I mean, it's just one of those things, man. Like, I don't believe he's going to fight Mungia simply because of the De La Hoya beef. So if it's Berlanga, I promise you, I'm going to show up to the fight with a bag over my head. With a fucking bag over my head with my Canelo t-shirt. This is absolutely horseshit if this fight happens. Listen, Berlanga being a former Puerto Rican, all right, I want him to do well. This is not, and I get it for Berlanga's camp, and I get it for Berlanga. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. This is going to be your biggest paycheck, probably your last fight ever, because it's not going to be competitive. But, I mean, we can go down the list of people at 168 pounds that are better fights and are more deserving than Berlanga. Just because he's undefeated, he hasn't fought anybody in that division. I'd rather see Jaime Mungia. I'd rather see that. We're not. I know we're not going to get that. You know what I mean? Being formerly Puerto Rican, I was cheering for Berlanga. I was really rooting for Berlanga. But there's no way. And I hate the fact that they pitched the Puerto Rican versus Mexican rivalry. Canelo is a great Puerto Rican fighter, okay? We love him. We respect him. But I don't think any Mexicans believe that Berlanga is a great fighter. And this is not a Puerto Rican versus Mexico fight. It would be more Puerto Rican versus Mexico if he fights Mungia, who is Mexican. Canelo was formerly Mexican. He's Puerto Rican. That's Puerto Rican versus Mexico. That's more of a Puerto Rico versus Mexico rivalry at this point. Everybody's got a puncher's chance. No, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. It's not. I'd rather see Bud Crawford. Canelo said that he wouldn't get no credit for fighting. I would get way more credit for fighting Crawford than he would for fighting Berlanga May 4th. I'm sick to my stomach watching the commentators talk about, man, this is a big Eddie Hearn, and I like Eddie Hearn. But Eddie Hearn wasn't even, I was waiting for him to start laughing at that point. I get it. You're invested in this individual. Okay? But there is no way that anybody believes that this is an actual fight. Nobody in Puerto Rico is going to be excited for this fight. We're going to be excited to cheer on Canelo. But of course, the politics of boxing have put somebody in the seat in May that it's just not what it is. I don't want to see it. How did this guy become the mandatory fighter at that for that belt? How did that actually happen? And I'm tired of this stuff in boxing. When guys can become mandatory because their priority is certain companies' money that has been invested in these fighters, when there's other fighters laying their life on the line. It's absolutely insane that this man didn't beat Caleb Plant. He didn't beat Caleb Smith. Anybody at 168. He didn't beat he didn't beat Charlo. He didn't beat John Ryder. I don't care who. And they got him lined up. And the crazy thing is, at least for Mungia, they felt confident putting him with somebody to get him, somebody competitive. They gave him, I don't even know the guy. I don't even want to know the guy's name, McCrory on Saturday. 35 years old, 18-0, all in the Irish bar. May 4th, I'll be watching soccer if this fight goes down. Like, it's just, no, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to watch it because I'm supposed to be there. Okay? Shout out to my boy Landon. But I'm not going to be happy. I'm not going to be happy at all. And it just makes absolutely no sense why the Puerto Rican-born Canelo Alvarez is fighting the Mexican-born out of Tejada, Mexico, Edgar Berlanga. It's not a big rivalry fight. Nobody wants to see it. And it looks like it's going to happen. Canelo Alvarez out of Bayamón, Puerto Rico, fighting Edgar Berlanga out of Guadalajara, Texas, Mexico. It's just very disappointing. As a fan of boxing, as a big fan of the Puerto Rican-born Canelo Alvarez, it's absolutely insane to imagine this. My name from Tabasco. I can't believe, like, bro, I'm getting nothing but like text messages right now. Nothing but text messages telling me about that this is happening. And it broke my heart. Now, mind you, there's a lot of Canelo haters out there. And it's crazy that they're not out there like, look at this BS. Because I'm saying it. I'm a Canelo fan. Canelo out of Bayamón, Puerto Rico. I'm a huge Canelo fan. I don't want to see this fight. I gotta go book my hotel. I gotta get a brown paper bag big enough to fit my head. Then I gotta draw out the eyes. And I gotta take the risk if they're gonna even let me in the arena with the bag over my head, waving my Puerto Rican flag with Canelo's face on it. This is just not it, man. It's not gonna be a Michael. My man Mike in the building. You're gonna be in there 420. I'm supposed to be at the Devin Haney fight. I just got to figure out where and when it's gonna happen. You know, everybody knows the rumors of Ryan Garcia not happy that it's gonna be in Brooklyn. Says it should be the MGM Grand. I don't know the business aspect of it. I don't understand. Maybe they're losing money. Who knows? I don't know the ticket gate, but I did assume that the Barclays Center was bigger than the MGM Grand. I mean, that's what I thought. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know about that, but I'm definitely gonna try to be in the building April 20th. But yeah, I'm very upset about all the reports that's going on right now. You know what I mean? BK no choice. Yes, I mean, listen, Saul he got all the dates. Apparently the Devin Haney fight got changed because of King Canelo. You know, they lock in all the venue dates around in Vegas, and that's what happened. But not for Edgar Berlanga. We can't do that for Edgar Berlanga. Come on, guys. Jesus H. Christ. I'm very upset right now, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I'm highly upset about this. I'm not gonna lie. This is not the fight that I wanted. I'm praying to God. I'm praying to God that this is just a joke. April Fools. You know what I mean? You know, like I'm just not. It's not something that I'm happy about. You know what? Let me put the call. I'm gonna put the caller line up here because I need some therapy right now. I need somebody to call me and tell me that I'm gonna be okay. The number's up there, 470-326-6329. Tell me I'm gonna be okay. Somebody please call me and let me know that I'm gonna be okay, because at this point I'm not happy. I am not happy. I'm not happy about this fight. As a fan of Canelo Alvarez, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I don't want to see it. I do want to see. I would like to see Mungia. I think Mungia is a good fight. You know what I mean? I think Mungia is dope. I'd like to see Mungia fight Berlanga. The winner get Canelo. But he needs an opponent for May 4th, right? So I'd see Jermell Charlo. I would pay to see Jermell Charlo. I'm sorry. PBC didn't want to pay him the $35 million to fight Jermell Charlo. So they amicably, I can't even say the word, split ways. I didn't even know you could do that under contract. What the hell are the contract agreements at this point? They said they didn't want whoever. Apparently Eddie Hearn, who Teofimo Lopez that came out and said is in hot water with the zone, must have called Canelo and been like, listen, man, I'll guarantee you that $35 million, and we'll even give you Edgar Berlanga out of Tejada, Mexico. That's what I think happened. This is Eddie Hearn's fault. Okay. Oh my God, I just can't. It's and I love boxing. I think there's so many great fights coming up this year. Devin Haney is gonna beat Ryan Garcia. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna say a lie to you, but Fury is fighting Usyk. Gervonta Davis hopefully fights Frank Martin. Tabasco? Okay, I'm sorry, Osama. Logan. Who the fuck is Logan? Logan who? But anyways, what are these questions? I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If that fight does get announced, you know, I don't know. But anyways, let me go back. PBC gonna come up with the bread, in my opinion, by the weekend. Apparently they don't want Jermell Charlo. They don't want that opponent. They want they want a Benavidez fight. And they want him to fight Mungia. And I get the Mungia. That's the weird thing. So he won't fight Mungia for the $35 million on PBC, but he'll fight him on Matchbox. That's why I'm kind of confused with the reports. I don't know where these reports are coming from, to be honest with you. But I know Michael Benson is he's pretty good with his whatever. I'm gonna read it to you. You know, I'm gonna read it to you right now. Hold on. I'm getting nothing but text messages. My boy Brad's breaking my balls. Hold on. Let me pull this up. So Brad sends me Michael Benson at Twitter, and Michael Benson. Canelo Alvarez has reportedly now mutually agreed to split from Al Heyman's PBC. So they came up with an agreement, right? As they couldn't agree to terms for Jermell Charlo fight on May 4th. It's claimed that Canelo may now face Edgar Berlanga in May and Jamie Mungia in September. But this is where I'm confused. PBC wanted him to fight Mungia, right? Right? And they would guarantee the $35 million. So if he wants the $35 million, why would he not take it there and then go? And I'm confused about the whole situation. I mean, but I'm gonna be honest. I think Jermell Charlo is the bigger fight. I mean, the better fight. To be honest, if you're boxing pure, I think it's just a better fight. Like, I don't want to see him versus Edgar Berlanga. I mean, listen. And if the Mexican born out of Tejada, Mexico, Edgar Berlanga beats somebody like a Caleb Plant or looks impressive against one of the elite guys, or one of the guys that's relevant at 168, I would apologize to Berlanga. Okay, I just don't see it happening. So for him to kind of cut the line, you know what I mean? To cut the line over so many great fighters at 168, it's crazy. And I just don't think it's a good. I think it's bad for boxing. It's just that. It's just bad for boxing. Osama the Great says that PR probably will shine through. He has to fight that point. At that point, I mean, listen, man. The Puerto Rican born Canelo Alvarez needs to just. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm so hurt right now. I'd rather see Jam. And it's funny because years ago, hey, Papa, come here. My son's up. Hold on, guys. He gets up. Yeah. Come here. Come here, fat boy. Come here. Come here. Come with daddy, because you like to knock stuff up. But yeah, my son got up. He likes to knock stuff down. But Canelo again. No. Give me that. You can't eat that. That's not candy. Give me. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here, fat boy. Come here. This freaking kid. Anyways, but I mean that's where we're at with it right now. PBC dropped the ball. Maybe it's a threat, but we're getting closer to May 4th, and we're in March, we got April, May. Hey, and I'll be honest with you, I think Canelo needs like a week and a half to get ready for somebody like Berlanga. And I'm not excited to watch the fight. I'm not gonna lie to you. What do you guys think about it? Let's see in the comments. Osama the Great. That's one of my pure Mexican friends out of the West Coast. Good guy. He's an ultimate Canelo, because Canelo's Puerto Rican hater. But you know, I got this idiot dog right now in the background because my wife wanted to get a dog, crying. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think, man? Are you guys tuning in May 4th for a Berlanga fight? I know I'm a huge Canelo fan, you know, so I'm gonna tune in. I'm supposed to be there, hopefully. I have my Canelo t-shirt. I'm not lying. I wore it the other day. I have my Canelo t-shirt on deck. I have to make some custom, you know, I got to make some custom changes to it. You know what I mean? Put the Puerto Rican flag on there, you know, Boricua pride. And then we're ready to go. But what you guys think? There was a lot. What else happened in boxing this weekend? Frank Martin and there was a lot of announcements. Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis apparently have agreed to fight, and then unagreed. I don't know what happened. I'm getting text message after text message. You know what I mean? Somebody said it's not happening. I don't. What is actually happening with these fights? Why? Like, how is it that Frank Martin keeps getting to these fights and they don't go down? I'm really confused. I'm reading it right now. Let me see if can I play the audio? Let me see. I don't want to get another strike. Frank Martin fight is not happening, says Gervonta Davis' trainers. That's what they're saying. Now, I don't know how true that is, but if it doesn't happen, it's going to be very disappointing, to be honest with you. I mean, we all want to see Tank fight somebody. Frank Martin's a good fighter. Who knows? But that got announced. They had the controversy with Ryan Garcia not wanting to fight in Brooklyn, and he said it's not about Brooklyn. It's not about New York. It's just about his career. Ryan Garcia has a lot of demands. It's always, if it's not one thing, it's not the other. He was doing his hair in the mirror the other day. He was putting lotion in his hair. I don't have hair. He's dropping a rap album. Now all of a sudden he doesn't want to do this. I don't know what's going on with Ryan Garcia. I am confused at this point. Fight Devin Haney. And like, dude, apparently he's going, give me the chips. He's possibly going to make like 80 million this year. I don't know. Like, that's insane. I mean, this guy doesn't even have a big win on his resume. Boxing is a weird place at this point where you don't actually have to be the best to make money or even fight the best. And I think the 135-pound division is showing that at this point. Ryan Garcia doesn't even have a big win under his belt. But I like Ryan Garcia. Let me not shit on Ryan Garcia. You know what I mean? Seems like a really nice guy. And that's a fight I actually do want to see. Osama, Texas, West Coast now. Canelo and PBC got all. You know, it's gonna be What? I don't have him in the draft for sure. Listen, we love Canelo, okay? It's going to be Crickland all over again. I don't understand what that means, Crickland. You mean Kirkland when he knocked out Kirkland? Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not going to be a good fight. Listen, at least Berlanga will get a great payday to retire. It's not a good fight. It's just not. It's not something we want to see. The Puerto Rican people will be very happy to beat a Mexican born out of Tejada, Mexico, or Edgar Berlanga. We were still mad about the Camacho Chavez fight. Okay, we got you back with a bad decision with De La Hoya and Trinidad. Okay, and now we're gonna beat you with Canelo and Berlanga. Canelo being the Puerto Rican fighter out of Bayamon. So I'm excited about that, to get one up on the Mexicans. I mean, I'm not the Puerto Ricans. Oh, I mean, yeah, the Mexicans. I'm sorry, I just messed up. Sorry. You hitting that Haney? Did tickets go on sale yet for that? I'm actually looking forward to that fight, but I'm gonna be honest with you, which I found very interesting. There's no weight clause. There's none of that. People were surprised, and I was like, "You think Ryan Garcia?" Let me get this straight for everybody. Ryan Garcia is scheduled to make $80 million, even though Devin Haney is the champ. He's not the A side in this fight. Let's get that out. He's not calling the shots in that fight. So for everybody that thinks that they're surprised, oh, there's no weight clause, this is all about whatever. No, if he was going to fight Ryan Garcia, that's what it was going to take. And Ryan Garcia is calling the shots at this point. Period. Like, let's be honest. Ryan Garcia is the more popular fighter. It's not about the belts anymore in boxing. And hopefully it does go down in New York. I really hope it does. You know what I mean? I want to be there. I don't want to go to Vegas. Vegas is like, it doesn't care about being undefeated. He said Berlanga doesn't, bro, first of all, he definitely cares about being undefeated. He hasn't fought anybody. Let's be honest. My guy Mueed is in the building. My guy Mueed. He's an Indian, a Muslim Indian. My guy Mueed. That's my guy. And he's a Berlanga fan. I hope you go to that fight, because I'm going to sit next to you with my Puerto Rican flag and my De La Hoya t-shirt. I mean, De La Hoya. God damn it. My Canelo t-shirt, and we're just going to whip ass. But anyways, of course. I mean, this is going to be a big up. This is the biggest payday ever that Berlanga's going to get. He hit the lotto. If he gets this fight, Berlanga hit the lotto. He will, and I'm happy for him. He's not going to have to work ever again in his life, anything. You know what I mean? I don't understand why people hate on these fights. Mungia and Berlanga is better fights than Jamal. Larry Liston. How is, I agree with the Mungia, but how is Berlanga a better fight than Jamal Charlo or Crawford? He's not even anywhere in the spectrum of them, Berlanga. Not at all. How is that a better fight? Stop it. That is false. How long have you been watching boxing? 35 minutes? Bro, everybody wants Canelo. Positive. Mueed. There's no great Indian boxers, okay? I can't even have this conversation with you. Of course everybody wants Canelo. Of course. That's like getting the scratch-off lottery ticket. Scratching it off. You just won. You don't even have to fight any top contenders to get the top dog. You won. If Berlanga gets this fight, he won. He won. That's it. Just being honest. You skipped the playoffs to get to the Super Bowl. That's what you did. Who would have signed up for that? Only Puerto Rican fighter you mess with is who? First of all, Canelo Alvarez is Puerto Rican. And so is Matias. They're both Puerto Rican. I hate this dog that my wife has. I truly do. But it's a lottery pick of who's going to fight next. No, Tank is not going to fight anyone. Okay? Let's be honest. It's a lottery ticket if you're fighting, first of all, Canelo. And it's a lottery ticket if you're fighting, apparently, Ryan Garcia. Just being honest. And Tank. Yeah, facts. This fucking kid, man. Come on, man. I know, Papa, but your mother is drinking coffee at the Simmons. Because that's more important than Daddy doing his show today. Yeah, I know exactly who Xander Zayas is. He's Puerto Rican. Mungia clearly more skilled than Berlanga, and I agree Berlanga should get the top. He's not going to, because he's not going to beat a top 10. So this is what I hate about boxing, right? If somebody's investing that money in you, you get privilege. And this is a privileged fight for him. He hasn't beat anyone of merit to get this fight. And I'm upset. I'm not going to lie. I'm very upset about this fight. There's a lot of guys out there that would give Canelo a better fight, that are better than him. There's a lot of guys that he cannot beat at 168 pounds. So the fact that this is, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So I'm sorry about the barking. On that note, I'm going to come back in a little bit, and we're going to talk about this later. But this is absolute horseshit. Your boy Norbs is upset. Osama, tune in later. Call my phone, Osama. This guy, Osama. But anyways, I'm not happy about it. We're going to leave it at that. Monday through Friday, I'm going to be doing an hour show at 12 p.m. every day to 1 o'clock. I'm going to cut it short because my wife decided to have coffee at the Simmons, because that's more important than me doing the show. You got to sit there with Frank and his big nose, whatever. But on that, I'm going to leave it at that. It's your boy Norbs. It's 10A Podcast. And tune in Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. It's usually going to be an hour show, but this was going to be a little short today. Sean Gray says Canelo trying to get as far away from Butter. Sean Gray, stop it, man. First of all, it's 3 weight classes. Canelo's not going to get no credit. And if you're going to say that, then I have to respond with, Bud is trying to stay as far away from Boots Ennis as possible. I mean, that's a fair assessment because they're actually in the same weight class. Yes, no, am I wrong? Stop it, guy. There's weight classes for a reason. Canelo wouldn't get no credit for beating Crawford, and I actually do agree with that, with the Canelo situation. Just criticism. That's all Canelo's going to get is criticism. On that note, it's your boy, and we will be back.